We all crave connection. It's wired into our DNA. And trust? Well, trust is the lifeblood of any meaningful relationship. It's the bridge we build to close the distance between ourselves and others. But what happens when that bridge crumbles? When trust is broken, it can feel like the ground beneath us has given way. It shakes us to our core and can leave us feeling vulnerable, hurt, and even betrayed. But here's the powerful truth. Even when trust is fractured, it's not beyond repair. In this video, we're going to explore 7 essential steps to help you rebuild trust in your relationships. It's a journey that demands courage, compassion, and a willingness to be present with the messy, beautiful complexities of human connection. The first step to rebuilding trust is owning our part in what happened. It's about having the courage to look at our actions and our role in the breakdown of trust. When we own our mistakes, we open the door to understanding and empathy. It's about being real and saying, I see what happened, I see my part in it, and I take responsibility for the hurt it caused. An apology, when it's truly felt, is a powerful act of healing. But here's the thing. A genuine apology isn't just about saying the words "I'm sorry," it's about understanding the depth of the hurt we've caused and expressing remorse that goes beyond surface-level regret. It's about acknowledging the impact of our actions on the other person, recognizing their pain, and validating their feelings. It's about resisting the urge to explain away our behavior or offer justifications. A true apology comes from a place of empathy, a place of deep understanding that our actions have had consequences, and that those consequences have caused pain. When we apologize with sincerity and empathy, we create a space for forgiveness and healing to begin. Rebuilding trust requires more than words. It requires action. It requires us to be transparent in our intentions and in the steps we're taking to repair the damage that's been done. Transparency is about communicating openly and honestly, even when it's uncomfortable. It's about being willing to share our thoughts and feelings even when we're not sure how they'll be received. It's about inviting the other person into the process of rebuilding, allowing them to see our efforts and witness our commitment to change. Transparency is about saying, this is where I am, this is what I'm working on, and this is how I'm going to show you that I'm committed to earning back your trust. We've all heard the saying, actions speak louder than words. And, well, nowhere is this truer than in the process of rebuilding trust. It's not enough to simply talk about change, we have to embody it, we have to live it. This means consistently showing up in a way that aligns with our words. It means following through on our promises, no matter how small. It means being reliable, responsible, and accountable for our choices. Every action we take, every decision we make, is an opportunity to rebuild trust, brick by brick. It's a process that requires patience, commitment, and a willingness to be held accountable for our actions. Rebuilding trust is a two-way street. It requires us not only to be trustworthy, but also to be trusting. And one of the most powerful ways we can do that is by truly listening to the person we've hurt. This means putting aside our own defensiveness, our need to explain or justify our actions, and simply creating the space for the other person to be heard. It's about listening with empathy, seeking to understand their pain, their anger, their hurt, without judgment or interruption. When we listen with our whole hearts, when we create a space for the other person to feel seen and heard, we begin to heal the wounds that have fractured the trust between us. Rebuilding trust isn't a quick fix. It's not a race to the finish line. It's a process, and like any process, it takes time. It requires patience, both with ourselves and with the person we've hurt. There will be setbacks along the way. There will be moments of doubt, of anger, of frustration. But if we can approach this process with compassion and understanding, if we can allow space for the ebb and flow of emotions, we create the fertile ground for trust to take root and grow again. Remember, healing takes time, forgiveness takes time, and rebuilding trust, well, that takes time too. As you navigate the journey of rebuilding trust, it's essential to acknowledge and celebrate the progress you've made along the way. Every step you take toward healing, every act of courage, every moment of vulnerability is a victory worth celebrating. Recognize the effort both you and the other person are putting into rebuilding the relationship. Acknowledge the challenges you've overcome and the strength it took to get to this point. Celebrating progress isn't about ignoring the pain of the past. It's about recognizing how far you've come and honoring the resilience of the human spirit. It's about acknowledging that even in the face of adversity, even when trust has been broken, the human heart has an incredible capacity to heal and to love again. Trust. It's more precious than gold, more fragile than glass. And once broken, it can feel impossible to piece back together. But even when trust is shattered, it's not beyond repair. It takes courage to own our mistakes, to offer a genuine apology, and to show up consistently with actions that align with our words. We rebuild the bridge that connects us, brick by fragile brick. And in the end, the trust we rebuild is often stronger and more beautiful. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.